Let's step back in time and recall the story of the W. Administration's efforts to remember the Missile Defense Shield W, made for all of Europe and the United States. The Russian Federation was updating their ballistic missiles, and the new Bulava was shorter and narrower compared to the previous tubes on the nuclear submarines. They retrofitted each missile with advanced technology aiming to break through the missile shield. Everything from decoys to false radar images was devised to deceive our defenses, with some strategies involving distance from the actual missile. Chaff was even considered a tool that could be released if radar locked on further complicating detection efforts. The Russians thought of every way imaginable to get through our shield even 20 years ago. Russian soldiers often cannibalized their own equipment for a ruble on eBay, reflecting a resourceful yet chaotic military approach. Chinese personnel and troops had been assigned to aid the Russian Federation, bolstering their efforts. The DPRK sent thousands of soldiers, many of whom never had internet, and often ran or went AWOL during deployment. Iran contributed by manufacturing drones for Russia, adding to their capabilities. When it comes down to war, Putin is supposedly waiting for China to invade Taiwan. The United States might have little choice but to involve itself, potentially bringing China into the Ukraine conflict. Ask yourself, is Putin better friends with Xi or Trump? If Putin had to choose, he would likely favor his old enemy over his brother, given their complex relationship. Russia and China have a mutually beneficial agreement, strengthening their alliance against the West. This growing partnership poses serious challenges and makes the global security landscape more dangerous. We are in trouble as the lines of international alliances and conflicts continue to blur and shift. The missile defense shield was never supposed to be foolproof, only a deterrent against preemptive strikes. Yet adversaries constantly find new ways to evolve and circumvent such defenses. The technological race between nations is now more intense than ever, with each side seeking an upper hand. Meanwhile, smaller nations like North Korea and Iran expand their capabilities, adding chaos to the broader conflict. The geopolitical chess game involves not just military might, but also deception, cyber warfare, and alliances. Every move by these nations influences the global power balance, often in unpredictable ways. The history of missile technology and military strategy shows that no shield is completely invulnerable. The stakes have never been higher, and the players involved are more interconnected than ever before. In the end, the world must reckon with the consequences of this complex web of alliances and rivalries. Only time will tell what the future holds, but one thing is certain: change is inevitable and often rapid.